Welcome to Dott Television's news at 4 p.m. I am Kechi Chukwudi. First, the headlines. The Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chief Blessing Akpebaku, has resigned from office. A group under the aegis of the Let's Save Asaba movement initiative protests alleged midnight raids and unlawful entry into residential apartments by the EFCC. Governor Ademola Adeleke extends an olive branch to his opponents after winning Saturday's Osun State governorship elections. And a United States missionary kidnapped in Niger returns home to reunite with his wife. Now, the news in details. There has been a change in the leadership of the Edo State House of Assembly following the resignation of Speaker Blessing Akpebaku. The member representing Akoko Edo Constituency 2, Honorable Yikini Idaye, has been sworn in as the new Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly. Idaye's emergence followed the resignation of Blessing Akpebaku, who stepped down as Speaker during Monday's plenary session. The development marks a change in the leadership of the 8th Assembly, with Idaye now taking charge of the affairs of the legislature. Although the immediate reasons for Akpebaku's resignation remain unclear, there had been reports of moves to remove him from office. The new Speaker is expected to lead the Assembly as lawmakers continue with legislative business and other matters before the House. Drivers plying the Asaba-Ughelli Road have cried out over the multiple checkpoints on the journey. According to them, they face not only traffic jams, bad spots, and rising fuel costs, but also multiple stops by road safety personnel, with some alleging repeated ticketing, mobile court bookings, and demands for money. The road safety authorities, however, say the checks are necessary to ensure quick response to crashes and emergencies. Onyeka Odiase reports.
For these drivers, the frequent stops by road safety personnel has become a regular part of traveling along Asaba-Ughelli Road. Some say they are stopped several times on the same journey, turning routine trips into a series of checks and questioning. They allege that some encounters result in fines, repeated mobile court bookings, and in some cases, demands for payment for commercial drivers already burdened by fuel, maintenance, and other operating costs. The frequent enforcement is adding to their financial pressure. Adding to the drivers, they are not opposed to road safety enforcement, but their concern is the frequency of the checks and official demands for money. They insisted that the process should be transparent, professional, and fair.
They stay to checkpoints sometimes. Even from this road, they also do mobile courts. We doesn't supposed to. Some weeks they do 2 times mobile court, 3 times mobile court. And they extract money from us a lot. We pay very heavily on the road. Their presence are not needed on this our road.
We are not enjoying the road safety. For Asaba here, the thing is very bad. Any small thing say, everybody they hustle. This country one that they find for our pocket when we say we know they get anything. If you want to hold you, fine, or they corrected you, I think you are all right to go for the job. But you continue seeing them. Each local government have that. Each local government have that.
Responding to the complaints, the Delta State Road Safety Commander, Charles Edeme, said the deployment of personnel at different points along the road is deliberate. He explained that the strategy is designed not only to enforce traffic regulations, but also to ensure that officers are close enough to respond promptly when crashes or other emergency occur. According to him, having personnel near accident-prone locations can help reduce response time and improve assistance to victims.
We've had cases of traffic crashes almost on a daily basis, where people's lives are cut short at their prime on a daily basis. So the federal government, in its wisdom, came up with this idea of having a lead agency in road traffic management, and that is the Road Safety in 1988, charged with the responsibility of ensuring that people drive right. We create an enduring driving culture, ensure that people's life and property are not thrown away on the road like that. So that's the job of road safety. And for those that complain of seeing road safety within every meter or pole or something like that, yes, we're supposed to have a very good spread because nobody can tell when a crash is going to occur. And when it happens, remember the golden hour, the first 1 hour of that crash. What we do or what we fail to do within that 1 hour will determine whether the persons or the victims will stay alive or pass on.
For the drivers, the concern is finding a balance between effective enforcement and fair treatment. They want safer roads and quick emergency response, but also want to carry out their businesses without facing repeated stops, tickets, or payments. The challenge, therefore, is to ensure that road safety enforcement achieves its purpose without becoming an additional burden on motorists. From Asaba, Onyeka Ojese, Dott TV News.
Tension is brewing in Asaba as a group under the aegis of the Let's Move Asaba Movement Initiative protests alleged midnight raids, unlawful entry into residential apartments, and violation of citizens' rights by officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Monica Odiase reports.
This country, we are not animals. Yes! Wherever EFCC finds one thing, it should be petitioned personally. Yes!
The protesters under the Let's Save Asaba Movement Initiative marched to the Delta State Government House in Asaba, demanding urgent government intervention over what they described as alleged unlawful operations by EFCC officials in Asaba and its environment. They alleged that some residential apartments were raided and forcibly entered during midnight operations, creating fear and apprehension among residents. The protesters called on the state government to investigate the allegations and take necessary steps to protect the rights, safety, and dignity of residents.
We are here to tell the governor that the EFCC are infringing our rights. Some youth were taken to Benin. Some of them are sick. We have the one that is mentally derailed. They kept him there. Some broke their arms. What they are doing is that they demand for millions of naira. Some persons paid 10 million to be out yesterday. Delta State Asaba is not a factory that the EFCC will come and make money. The government should send a warning to the EFCC. They should leave Delta State alone for us. If anyone commits crime, they should do what? Petition the person, come and pick up the person that commits crime, not coming on random raiding. EFCC should not be selective in their dealings, and they must be professional dealing with the youth. EFCC is trying to promote youth restiveness, and I know the governor will not like it. If it occurs, we are going to be facing a lot of security challenges, and EFCC is trying to give a rebate to such step within the youth.
At the government house, the protesters were received by the administration and security officer, Julius Nwoko, who acknowledged receipt of their letter. The group said the protest was aimed at drawing the attention of the government to the alleged violations and ensuring that due process and the rule of law are upheld during law enforcement operations.
On behalf of them, the letter will still go to court. Yeah. What we are here is that what on the government what you happening to and you submit letter to state executive.
They also called for a thorough investigation into the allegations and appropriate action should any violation be established. In Asaba, Onyeka Ojase, Dott TV News.
The Delta State government has reaffirmed its commitment to using sports as a tool for unity, youth development, and peaceful coexistence across the state. This was the message delivered by the Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Nyehovo Tonukari, who represented Governor Sheriff Oboriwori at the closing ceremony of the Warri Unity Games held at the Federal Government College. The Warri Unity Games brought together young people and communities in a celebration of sports, unity, and peaceful coexistence. Representing Governor Sheriff Oboriwori, Commissioner for the Higher Education, Professor Nyehovo Tonukari, commended the initiative, describing sports as a powerful instrument for the brigading community divides and promoting lasting peace. The commissioner also praised the Olu of Warri, His Royal Majesty Ogiame Etuase III, for his vision and leadership in organizing the sports festival. He said the initiative aligns with the state's commitment to using sports and other community-based programs to empower young people and strengthen social cohesion. Professor Tonukari assured the people of Delta State of the Obori-Warri administration's continued support for grassroots initiatives focused on youth empowerment, cultural preservation, and peace building. He further stressed that the importance of collaboration among traditional institutions, communities, and government in creating opportunities for young people and sustaining peace across the state. The event ended with a renewed call for greater community participation in initiatives that promote unity, development, and peaceful coexistence in Delta State. Nigeria is intensifying efforts to strengthen its indigenous defense industry through plans to locally produce armored vehicles, anti-drone systems, and other specialized military equipments. The initiative, led by the Defense Industry Corporation of Nigeria, D7G, in partnership with Eagles International for Defense Systems, is aimed at boosting technological transfer, creating jobs, and reducing dependence on imported military hardware. The partnership will target the local production of several platforms, including armored personal carriers, MRAP vehicles, medical evacuation cabins, mortar launcher cabins, and anti-drone vehicles. DICON D7G says the program is expected to create more than 200 jobs, alongside opportunities for about 100 retired military personnel, while expanding Nigeria's capacity to manufacture equipment for its armed forces and potentially other African countries. The federal government says all riverine communities across Nigeria will be connected to telecommunications services by mid-2027. The Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, disclosed this on Sunday in Obigoro Warri, local government area of Delta State. Tijani said the government is already installing 3,700 telecommunications facilities in rural communities nationwide, with Obigoro Ogeye among the communities targeted. And in the Osun polls, Governor Ademola Adeleke has extended an olive branch to his opponents after winning Saturday's Osun State governorship election. Adeleke secured 511,067 votes to defeat APC's candidate Bola Oyebamiji, who pulled 444,815 votes, winning 19 of the state's 30 local government areas. He pledged to unite the people and accelerate development during his second term. President Bola Tinubu congratulated Adeleke, urging him to govern inclusively and unite residents regardless of their political affiliations. The ADC also congratulated the governor, but called on INEC to explain an alleged 4-hour interruption in the uploading of polling units results to the RF portal during the election. Meanwhile, the APC says it is studying the results before deciding whether to challenge the outcome at the tribunal. Meanwhile, police arrested 295 suspects during Saturday's Osun State governorship election over various alleged offenses. The first spokesperson, Annie Eniedu, said 293 suspects were released on bail after screening, while 2 remained in custody for further investigation and prosecution. The arrests were part of security measures aimed at preventing violence, vote buying, and other electoral offenses. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps said it made no arrests during the elections. We'll take a short break now for the news at 4. When we come back, more stories. Stay with us.
In the heart of Asaba, where the street tells the stories every single day.
From the corridors of powers to the decisions shaping governance and politics in Delta and Nigeria.
From traders counting every naira to families battling rising costs and uncertain times.
From football pitches to sporting successes to the major developments making the headlines all over the world.
And from the untold human stories, the struggles, victories, resilience, and hope of the everyday Nigerians.
This is the news beyond the headlines. Dott TV News are your trusted window to stories that truly matter to the people. Here, we don't just report events, we tell the human stories behind them.
Good morning and welcome to Today in History on Dott TV, where we throw back to important events and personalities connected to this day in previous years. August 17th has hosted several important events that shaped Nigeria's political, security, and social landscape. One notable event happened in 1994 when the military government of General Sani Abacha dissolved the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and appointed a sole administrator amid growing labour agitation for the restoration of democracy. Also on this day in 1941, former military head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, was born in Minna, Niger State. He later ruled Nigeria from 1985 to 1993. In another significant event, 85 Nigerians kidnapped by Boko Haram were rescued by Chadian troops in 2014 after being taken across the border into Chad. Interestingly, August 17th connects two major figures from Nigeria's military era. Ibrahim Babangida was born on this date in 1941, while his former second-in-command, Augustus Aikomu, died on the same date 70 years later. Those are some of the moments and personalities that made August 17th significant in Nigerian history. I am Peace Mokburu. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. You're still watching the news at 4 p.m. Now to the rest of our stories. Kwankwaso, former state governor and 2027 NDC vice presidential candidate Rabiu Kwankwaso, says his decision to partner with Peter Obi is based on national interest, equity, and the need for political change. He said the alliance would provide regional balance, competence, and credibility, with the South retaining the presidency for one term before power returns to the North. Kwankwaso said his experience after the 2023 election helped him understand Obi better and convinced him they could work together. He also said consultations with the Kwankwasiya movement, NNPP supporters, and the Obedient movement influenced the decision, stressing that Nigeria urgently needs solutions to insecurity, economic hardship, declining agricultural productivity, and poor infrastructure. 5 people have died and 10 others rescued following 2 separate building collapses in Kumbutsu and Fagge local government areas of Kano State. The incidents occurred on Saturday at Gaida and Kurna, with the Kano State Fire Service responding to both emergencies. At Gaida, a building under construction collapsed on 6 workers. 2 workers aged 17 and 19 were rescued alive, while 4 others aged between 18 and 30 were later confirmed dead. In the second incident at an Islamia school in Kruna, 8 of 9 students affected were rescued, while 14-year-old Khadija Mohammed died after being rescued unconscious. The causes of the collapses are under investigation at the moment. And now to the foreign scene. American missionary Kevin Rideout, who was kidnapped in Niger more than 9 months ago, has been released and reunited with his wife, Krista. US President Donald Trump confirmed the development, saying Rideout is preparing to return to the United States. Rideout, a Christian missionary and pilot with SIM International, was abducted outside his home in Niger's capital, Niamey, on October 21, 2025. He had worked in Niger for 19 years. The circumstances surrounding his release, including who secured his freedom, have not been disclosed. SIM International says Rideout is in good health and in the care of the U.S. officials. Trump welcomed the development, saying he looks forward to seeing Rideout and his wife at the White House as the family begins his reunion after months of uncertainty. Still in the United States, U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States will reduce joint military exercise with South Korea, citing the cost of the drills. His relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Seoul's decision not to join the U.S. campaign to denuclearize Iran, his announcement came just hours before the annual Ulchi Freedom Shield exercise were due to begin. South Korea says the exercises started Monday as scheduled, with at least 18,000 South Korean troops expected to participate. Seoul's Blue House says it's reviewing Trump's comments while stressing the importance of maintaining a strong combined defense posture. North Korea has long condemned the drills as a threat and a rehearsal for war. Trump has previously scaled back U.S.-South Korean military exercises during his first term as part of efforts to ease tensions with Pyongyang. Australia's information watchdog says 2/3 of federal agencies reviewed failed to meet legal deadlines for publishing freedom of information documents. According to the report, 20 of 30 agencies had not published all required entries within 10 working days. The review also found problems with accessibility, with some disclosure logs difficult to search and some agencies requiring people to contact them to obtain documents instead of offering direct downloads. Several agencies also failed to provide complete historical information. For sports stories, here is Dott Television's Antonucci.
We begin with news that Arsenal clinched their 18th Community Shield title with a commanding 3-0 victory over Manchester City at Cardiff's Principality Stadium. Mikel Arteta's side set the tone after just 23 seconds when Miles Lewis-Kelly set up Ricardo Calafiori for the opening goal before Kai Havertz doubled the advantage with a downward header from a Strozoli's cross in the 28th minute. Martin Odegaard rounded off the scoring 3 minutes into the second half, finishing off clinically after being teed up by Zolis following an expertly executed fake shot. This dominant performance secured the Premier League champions their second piece of silverware in 4 months, comfortably overcoming the FA Cup holders in commanding fashion. Now to women's football, where Cameroon secured their first ever Women's Africa Cup of Nations title with a commanding 3-0 victory over tournament debutants Malawi in Rabat. Mary Ngamanga opened the scoring with a 20th minute header before Naomi Eto'o doubled the lead with a stunning volley. Ngamanga added her second just before halftime, tapping in from a close range following a brilliant lead-up play by Eto'o. Despite the attacking threat posed by Malawi's Chawinga sisters, the indomitable Lionesses' resolute defense neutralized their opponents to complete a remarkable tournament redemption, having missed the 2024 edition entirely. Presented with the trophy by FIFA President Gianni Infantino and his CAF counterparts, Patrice Motsepe, the champions collected $2 million in prize money and joined Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and South Africa as the only nations to lift the prestigious continental trophy. Alongside runners-up Malawi and fellow semi-finalists Algeria and Morocco, Cameroon will now represent Africa at the 2027 Women's World Cup in Brazil. Now, following a grittling 25-year career, Cristiano Ronaldo has revealed that his current final year with Al Nassr will likely be his last as a professional footballer. Fresh from his marriage to Georgina Rodriguez, the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner and all-time men's international top scorer intends to focus on his family, travel, and new pursuits, such as paddle, while remaining just 24 goals shy of the milestone of 1,000 senior career goals. As his longtime rival, Lionel Messi also contemplates retirement following Argentina's recent World Cup. Ronaldo's final international chapter concluded in the tournament's round of 16. Having missed Al Nassr's Saudi Pro League title opener against Al Fateh to watch from the stands with his family, the Portugal captain leaves behind an unmatched legacy, spanning league titles across England, Spain, Italy, and Saudi Arabia. Finally, in tennis, just over 2 months after concluding his illustrious tennis career, highlighted by 12 singles titles, a 2019 Davis Cup triumph, and a career-high singles ranking of world number 9, Roberto Bautista Agut has transitioned into football. The 38-year-old former Wimbledon semi-finalist has signed with Spanish 7th-tier club CD Els Ibrazos, located approximately 60 miles north of Valencia, returning to the sport where he played for Villarreal's academy until age 14. Presented to the supporters ahead of his debut Bautista Agut immediately made an impact by scoring a brace in a 4-2 preseason victory. Expressing enthusiasm for this new chapter on social media, the Spanish club confirmed that the former tennis star is contracted to compete for the entire upcoming season. Anthony Uche reporting for Dott TV News.
To end the news, here are the highlights. The Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chief Blessing Agwebaku, has resigned from office. A group under the aegis of the Let's Save Asaba Movement Initiative protests alleged midnight raids and unlawful entry into residential apartments by the AFCC. And lastly, on national news, Governor Ademola Adeleke extends an olive branch to his opponents after winning Saturday's Osun State governorship election. And United States missionary kidnapped in Niger returns home to reunite with his wife. That's all we have for you on Dott Television's News at 4. Thank you for your time. I am Nkechi Chukwudi.
Asaba, a city by the bank of the River Niger, custodian of ancient culture, the beat of the big heart, the capital of Delta State. Asaba is a bustling metropolis full of life, business, work, and the nerve center of Delta State government. Visitors throng the city of Asaba on daily basis to do business, have meetings, or simply to relax and have some rest. The government reserved area GRA Asaba offers a quiet serenity backed up with the presence of the powerful government house. Nestled within this quiet and serene GRA is number 10 Apartments, a beautiful architectural masterpiece, a home away from home. Exquisite, serene, classy, luxury, peaceful, a safe haven.
The apartment is developed to be a home away from home. Is a place where you don't have crowd, and then we want our guests to feel at home whenever they come in, to have their privacy, to be comfortable, to be independent, and feel at home and enjoy their stay.
Number 10 Apartments has elevated the concept of hospitality into an art of luxury, nurtured in nature. Its homely ambience is a magnetic pull for those who cherish comfort, nature, serenity, luxury, and safety. Ensconced within the proximity of Government House Asaba and the Police Force Headquarters, Delta State, Number 10 Apartments is a perfect place for those who seek complete security and a sanctuary of luxury.
Number 10 Apartment is very, very close to the Government House. Is a walking distance from the Government House to Number 10 Apartment, because it is located behind the police headquarters. The safety of the environment is guaranteed.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Number 10 Apartments. We are here to deliver the best services.
A sojourn in Number 10 Apartments is a journey of total comfort. From the reception, the ambience fills you with warmth, nature, and class, ideal for short or long-term stays. Welcome to our 3-bedroom presidential luxury apartment, tastefully furnished for your comfortable family or group stay.
In our 3-bedroom apartment, we have a very spacious living room. We have a dining area. We have a mini bar. The master's bed is wonderful. It is a place where you can actually feel at home, like you are in your own house. The restroom is equipped with jacuzzi, and the wardrobe is top-notch. Whatever you find in that master bedroom, I believe you will have the best. Then we have a well-equipped kitchen with electrical appliances.
The elegant 2-bedrooms diplomatic apartment is specially prepared for a smaller group of family, friends, or colleagues. Step into our spacious 1-bedroom executive suite just for your own maximum comfort. Cozy yourself up in our 1-bedroom deluxe suite. Then be all to yourself in our well-appointed studio room for that single room effect. All our apartments are exquisitely furnished and fit for purpose that make your stay memorable. A relaxation at number 10 Apartment Garden is an elixir of rest, entertainment, and instant satisfaction. Our 24 hours power supply, modern facility, all-round internet service, homemade aura, professional management, a strong culture of customer care, and excellent housekeeping make our guests the kings and queens in number 10 Apartment Kingdom. With a vision to deliver the best comfort and luxury, and a mission to provide a safe and serene accommodation, styled like your home, you are surely immersed in paradise. Number 10 Apartments, your maximum comfort and luxury, your safe haven, your serene habitat, makes your stay memorable and cradles you with unique hospitality. Welcome to number 10 Apartment, your nest of luxury.